Hello, everybody. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas. I got asked tonight on Facebook from a friend of mine that's a nurse's friend. Here it is, Elizabeth Chance Syed. She said, "Do you have your medical records from the hospital? It would be in the ER nurses notes section." And I said, yes, there was some very important information found in the nurse's notes. And thank God that Nurse Creswell was documenting what I was saying, because Midland Police Department Detective Rosie Rodriguez was lying to cover up this home invasion and premeditated capital attempted murder. Here is the nurse's notes, and they're time stamped. You can see it right here. Nursing assessment notes, and it's at 128.12 at 11:27. I was seen crawling out at 10:42. This is less than an hour after I was shot with my phone lines cut in a premeditated murder attempt. And you can see, patient stated, my neighbors are breaking into my house. There are sirens going off. I have the tower around the cabinets. In closet, there's a voice recorder recording what is happening. The alarms kept going off, And then at 12:03, I was talking on a white voice recorder in case something happens to me and saying what they were doing in my house. I have proof. Just go look, there's proof. And at the same minute at 12:03, she documents Detective Rosie Rodriguez has patient's necklace and stated she was going to give it to his brother. That's proven that Detective Rosie Rodriguez was in the room when I told her that burglar alarms were going off, and it was recorded on that voice recorder. Detective Rosie Rodriguez, she didn't know that the nurse was documented. She made up her own lies to cover up this premeditated murder attempt, I contacted Buddy. He stated he lives here. Buddy advised he makes sure all the doors and windows are locked before going to bed. Buddy said he had a 12-gauge shotgun leaning up against the wall. Buddy said he was going to lock the door leading in the kitchen area when his gun went off and shot him. Shotgun accidentally fired, shot him in the ankle. And, what happened to, I was under a home invasion, burglar alarms going off, right? Here he is making up a lie. I wasn't even shot with my gun. This was a murder attempt. They cut my phone lines and shot me. And then she also stated here, but he said his phone was not charged, so he went outside and screamed for help. And that was another lie, and that helped me prove that she was planting my stolen cell phone behind my nightstand, because my cell phone was stolen, my phone lines were disconnected before they cut my phone lines and shot me, I mean, this is the police involved in a murder attempt. This is crazy, I said, obviously, she knew about the secret underground home in my backyard and the police that were under my home that night. She may have been the shooter, a.k.a. would-be killer, and if not, she knows who is. And, and I was also told, which I have other evidence, I believe, that the underground home in my backyard, you could see it on Google Maps right here. And basically, you went to Google Maps, you look up my address, 3802 Fair Circle. In the backyard, you don't see nothing from above ground, but on the map screen, you see a big bunker in the backyard. That's one of the 4 underground homes. I told the city of Midland about that, and it got deleted. Tisha Ann Wilkinson Brunley says, I've had friends been involved in oil show parties. They're exactly what you say. They are underground homes. So I believe the oil show parties were going on in the underground homes. One was in my backyard, and multi-billion-dollar oil companies are bribing police to help cover up these crimes and murders, And Jessica Lee Hadley says, I've been to 2,000 oil shows. I tell you what, there's more than one girl that was raped and murdered at them. Okay. Here, the next one says, as seen, I told her, Rosie Rodriguez, I was talking on a white voice recorder in case something happens to me, saying what they're doing in my house. I have proof. Just go look. There's proof. The nurse had already documented me telling MPD that burglar alarms were going off before I was shot. And this proved that I was shot during a home invasion. That was recorded on the stolen voice recorder that the police stole. Evidence I told them about. Detective Rosie Rodriguez didn't know that the nurse was documenting what she wrote, and she said, Buddy was locking up for the night, knocked his gun over, and shot himself. That's a bald-faced lie, cover up this crime. And there it is again, the nurse's notes. And here, I want to show you Officer April Chandler. I think that's like Rosie Rodriguez's partner in crime. She said she found my 22 guns and my voice recorder from the closet. And that's right where I told them it would be. And she said it was checked into evidence, and I found out that was a lie. That Officer April Chandler lied on a police report. That's a felony, folks. And this is the voice recorder that I told them about, and they stole to cover up this premeditated murder attempt. Sergeant Matt Davis checked in the voice recorder to evidence over a year later after I made a point on social media of the police stealing evidence in a murder attempt that I told him about. He then quit the police department. He later bragged on my YouTube channel and says, "Buddy, I stole the evidence. Nobody will ever find out." This is actually this is his YouTube channel right here, in case the police want to look it up. And there's Matthew Davis. "I stole the evidence and nobody will ever find out, buddy." That's in November 2019. Bragging about stealing evidence in a premeditated capital murder attempt left a Christian homeowner crippled for life. There's a picture from my security cameras that I believe shows Detective Rosie Rodriguez planting my stolen cell phone behind my nightstand. See, the evidence shows they tried to disable that security camera in my room and didn't know they started it. And then based on the pictures of the security pictures there, it looks like that Rosie Rodriguez and April Chandler waited for the other police to leave my room and then see her leaned over my nightstand. That's where my stolen cell phone was found planted behind the nightstand. I believe that's what she's doing right there. She was planting my stolen cell phone right there. And then the kicker was what she wrote on that police department. "Oh, buddy said his phone was not charged." No, I did not. I had a fully charged cordless phone, and the only reason I had my cordless phone in my pocket was because my cell phone had been stolen, and I had burglar alarms going off in the attic. That's why I had a cordless phone in my pocket. These have got to be the most corrupt police in the history of the state of Texas, and I highly, highly suspect they were involved in them 4 other murder deaths I was told about, and who knows how many other murders in Midland, Texas. And it's not just these 2, it's a large group of them. The Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.